the MRC is great because you live with these people. You live and breathe with them. They're down the hall from you. They live with you. You go to class with them. You see them at meetings, at study groups. You're with them all the time, and you're with a group of people who you know and you can trust. Whereas in a regular residence hall, you don't get that opportunity. You might not even make friends with everybody in your hall. You might not know them.
Live in a nice dorm with a whole bunch of people who are I'm still friends with, and I like all of them a lot. And so that really helped me adjust, and is still really helpful just to have so many friends. Yeah.
Also, the activities that we participate in, such as parties or like movie nights or dances, it's interesting to know that you live in a community where you can just say hello to a friend, and then next day you can meet another person who knows another friend. And it's just like close-knit community.
But once I came here and I started classes, especially in the College of Engineering, it's quite intimidating because you're in a lot of classes with over 150 people. And by having this smaller community to come back to, it was really helpful. Both the peer advisors in the research and the peer mentors were really helpful for getting advice. And just all the returners, just to have them in your hall to ask questions was really useful for me. And then in addition, the study groups that are more formalized, you get a lot of academic help and support that way.
When I came to U of M, I knew I wanted to do engineering. I didn't know what kind. So doing this research project right off the bat, it got me really interested in manufacturing. And because of that, I knew I wanted to do industrial and operations engineering. So doing the research project really solidified my interest in IOE. And because of that, I knew this was the right path for me.
I kind of wanted to explore a lot of different things, and Michigan Research Community has allowed me to do that. Because I was allowed to get a lot of my prereqs done out of the way, freshman and sophomore year. I've now, in my junior and senior year, I've been able to take elective courses in graduate programs. So I explored classes in the School of Public Health, the School of Natural Resources, and graduate engineering classes in addition to my regular curriculum. And I think without MRC, I wouldn't have pursued these other options.
I think the study groups are an amazing utility within the community because they provide, because they're your peers as well who have already gone through the course and they probably aced the course. So they know the slight nuances of what you should be doing and what you shouldn't be doing. So I think the study groups are a great opportunity to actually know what you need to know and things like that, and to learn from your peers as well. Apart from that, I should say just the members within the community are a great resource, because even if I need any help with homework or something, I could just go down the hallway and I'm sure to find at least 5 or 6 people who are in the same class as I am. So that's been great as well. It was a great experience because coming in as a freshman, I learned so much, I think, than the rest of my peers. In one sense, because I've done research, but I've never seriously thought about research beyond my current scope. So that made me think about research in terms of my future plans as well, in terms of grad school and beyond. And also it taught me a lot of things about research in general, about the research ethics, for example.
I learned attention to detail and note-taking, like I said before. Also, I kind of had to manage things on my own, like when I went to the library to do research, and so time management was a big thing that played in. Also, I learned the importance of communication.
Just being around people in research, you get exposed to a lot of different things. My roommate sophomore year was in political science research, and my other roommate was in nuclear engineering research. So it's really a broad scope, and by seeing 150 different types of research, you really get to see both the breadth and then more specifically what you're interested in.
Really communication, because it's hard to walk up to someone who's an MD and just introduce yourself and be like, look, I want to be on your research team. Like, being in MRC, we got to, we went through the interview process, the resume building process, then we were sent out there with all this, valuable information, and started having interviews with these people that wanted us to work for them. Once you get the job, you're interacting with these people on a daily basis, whether it's your other research assistants, the grad students or whatever, and just being able to communicate with all those people on so many levels is such good communication skills.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, coming to the MRC, I think you just have to come up with an open mind because there's just so many good things to absorb within the community, and just be ready to be blown away by the people you meet within the community.
If you want to have a great first year, and if you're worried about the transition from maybe a small high school to this large university setting, then a living learning community is the best possible solution, because you're put into this, you're put into this community with a group of students who are in the same boat as you. And more than that, they realize they're in the same boat. And so they rely on each other, and you form these friendships with people who are like-minded.
Just that I think it's really important for freshmen to get involved in a community like this, any community across campus, because you can really get lost in the shuffle. And they say a name, not a number, if you're at a small university, but here we are our own community within the community of Michigan, and you are a name, not a number.